Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. And today we're looking at round 7 and round 8. A tale of two cities in the Kovalev v. Yarde fight. And those two rounds, they tell a story. They tell the story of the fight. They encapsulate the story of the fight. Okay, so let's get into it. So, in round 7, Yarde finds the sweet spot. Yarde finds the sweet spot, which is Kovalev's suspect body. Yarde had some success. Caught Kovalev, shot to the head, then went downstairs to the body. Previous to that, Kovalev had been having great success with the jab, the simple jab, the bare necessities of life, the simple things in life. The jab was Kovalev's tool, and he used it repetitively, repeatedly. Was catching Yarde. Not enough head movement from Yarde, but more importantly, in a situation like that, keep your gloves up. If you're not slipping the punches enough, keep your gloves up. Cup the head. Make sure that you can see, mind you. Don't cup the eyes, cup the head. So you can sway. Okay, Yarde wasn't doing that. Very rarely. His hands were down. And apparently, was he receiving instructions to cup the head? Cup the head in those situations. Cup the head. Okay, that wasn't happening. Fine. We get to round 7. Yarde did have some success. Early success countering. But as the fight wore on, that element grew lesser. So, cup the head in those situations. Nonetheless, let's move on to round 7. Yarde caught Kovalev, shot to the head, and then went down to the body and realized, well, we already knew that Kovalev doesn't like it to the body, but he found the sweet spot, Kovalev's body, and he stayed on that sweet spot for the entirety of round 7. Great success. The tide, it appeared, had turned. Now, instead of Kovalev working his jab with that long reach, I tried to look in box rec to see what the reach difference was. There was no... Where are we? There was no... Let's go to Yarde. On the height is normally the reach. There's no reach. No reach. I can't. If it's there, I can't see it. On the height is normally the reach. There's no reach. Both 6 foot. Kovalev has the 72.5-inch reach. Right on the height is reach. Yarde. Right on the height, there is no reach. So I don't know what the reach difference was, but Kovalev seemed to have a longer reach. Seemed to have the longer reach. But, so, as I was saying, Yarde found that sweet spot in round 7. Had Kovalev reaching and hugging, lunging and grabbing on for dear life, actually. Holding on for dear life. Went back to the corner. And McGirt, his trainer, said, if you don't come back in this round, I'm going to stop the fight. You're taking too many shots. That was round 7. Round 8 comes out. And Yarde effectively doesn't really go for the body anymore. So it begs a question. When you have found the sweet spot, how the hell do you not stay on the sweet spot? The sweet spot was the body. But yeah, in round 8, they both come out and business as usual resumes. Kovalev comes out jabbing and keeps on jabbing. So what happened to what was learned in round 7? This is highly contentious. I watched it, but I didn't see the cameras in Yarde's corner. I didn't see the instruction given by Tunde. Tunde's court coming for quite a bit of flack for his in-between rounds instruction, but I didn't see the instructions in between round 7 and 8 from Tunde. So I don't know what happened. But the question is, why did Yarde not stay on the body once he'd found that that was the key to victory? I think in round 8 he came out with and caught Kovalev with a shot to the head. Maybe stayed on that. Stayed to the head, didn't go back down to the body. Now, between round 8 and 9, was he instructed to go back down to the body? Was Yarde instructed to go back down to the body? I don't recall hearing that. I don't recall hearing that. And that was where the fight was lost. Some people say the fight was lost earlier by him taking so many jabs. That's a reasonable argument. But to me, the fight was lost when you find the sweet spot and you don't stay on the sweet spot. You don't stay on that honey spot. Stay on the honey spot. That's what did not happen. There are other areas that we can and will discuss going forward in future hours and days. But for now, to me, that was a glaring mistake. An obvious mistake. Why not stay on the body when that could have effectively finished the fight? That's a question that will be asked. Why not stay on the body? There are other areas, but first and foremost, congrats to Yarde for sticking in there as long as he did when there are other areas that clearly need adjustment, clearly need improvement. Sparring. People say he doesn't spar. I know he does spar to an extent. But sparring past the 8th round in particular is going to have to become a feature of Yarde's training. Doing it this way has brought you so far, but now certain things will have to change. There is no two ways about it. Sometimes what gets you to the dance isn't what keeps you at the dance. Certain changes will need to be implemented. But for now, I'm just focused on the difference between round 7 going to the body and round 8 not going to the body. What say you? Have your say. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comment. It is the share. And it is the hitting that bell icon. There you see the results of going to the body. Kovalev was trying to get away. grab, and when he got shrugged off and hit to the body, this was the effect. Okay, it's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. Have your say. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Link in the description box. I'm out. Effectiveness of the jab. Not keeping the hands up to protect the head as you bob and weave and slip. Should have been bobbing and weaving and coming under. Coming under.